Graphically glitching water for some reason. Wonderful. Anywho, screwed up a little bit last time, lost the city. However, I don't think we've drastically changed the course of the mission too much. Maybe delayed the inevitable. The split cities are not gonna do him that many favors. And the elf city is really the weakest out of all of them. This was dark magic. Will I have the troops to actually win this? Also, this doesn't particularly look like it's gonna go anywhere. Only one free ship, I think. Right. They're very likely next going to be hitting this place. Normal enemy fight, which is fairly hard demanding. Hard to fit all troops. I think we're better off throwing away the ranger troops. Simply because we can't really get more. There's quite a few of them. Can't avoid casualties. But we very effectively blocked them off. These two squads don't have room to come in anymore. That said, I don't actually have range attackers, so I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes. not all that much I can do anymore. But we got our ass kicked pretty thoroughly here, but we still are going to win. Not sure if it's worth it, but it is what it is. I think a much more sensible thing to do would have been to just go after the demon cities and wipe them out completely before doing any of the, or at least all that many of the troublous things. A couple extra dragons would have definitely helped in taking over the demon cities, but the exploration is a huge waste of time and units in a time where we do have to fight seriously against the demons too. So yeah, this is more or less nothing. Troops thrown away in exchange for a minor amount of gold. Might as well do this upgrade, even though it probably doesn't provide us with useful spells. There's always a chance it does. Yeah, no such luck. We're more or less sitting on gold and resources. We'll trade them if necessary. Combination army morale is just terrible. I think it's the hero that's the ultimate source of that, though. That's why the negative morale affects the demons primarily. Right, we need to get a serious army going fairly quickly, or get more dragons so we can face the army. The only place this guy can come up is at the center. We more or less know what's going to happen next. I didn't check how many skeletons they have here, so this could be a slight problem. Probably not though. Not much we can do here. Getting the succubus mistresses isn't gonna aid us much. The shots will not jump into demonic units. They might have a slightly better attributes in some aspects though. And we certainly don't want to give these troops to him, no matter what. I have a significant amount of resources, so I can probably buy most of them. Not sure I can buy all of them. Yeah, he's coming. It'll take another 2 turns before he arrives. But he's coming. We could also attack the city here now. What's our army consist? Yeah, it's probably... Is it better though? We can do it by the end of the week. However, there's at least 2 groups of dragons here, and their main hero is missing, so this area is totally open now. This is also a shitty city. It does not have the dragons. I think we should land here, take their dragons, and take their city. We'll worry about his main army with other people. But worry we must. We'll dump all resources we can to get money. Every unit less that they can get is a victory for me. Gonna have to kill them later on anyway. We definitely don't want to let him have another hero run free. So he might also be able to combine the armies, which would be somewhat of an issue. This is gonna hurt. drastically good. Master Flake missiles isn't gonna help us much. Still, all our actual attacks are terrible. We don't suffer from any real negative effects except you. Not actually sure what that effect is. Confusion, right? So that's not exactly good, is it? And I'm missing my own turns. How bad? Okay, he has some ability that causes negative morale on me. So I'm not particularly worried about the end result of this fight. We have the extra dragons we can get. So that shouldn't matter too much. Also, like, him being with his army separately instead of with the large army is a huge benefit to us. Sure, what do I want to attack really? These guys are tied here, they're not going anywhere. The unicorns can take care of these. I think I don't want to give him free attacks with the range he needs anymore. At least not more than I have to. One thing also favors us playing the city here out of the fight. They do have the confusion ability at this point. That is a big problem. We could mostly defense and some casting attributes. The force here isn't strong enough to face another of their decent armies, but with the dragons, I think it is. Bigger problem is you. We need the troops now. Whatever we can muster, doesn't matter. All resources turn to gold. Maybe not all. We might need sulfur to buy some of this shit. Yep. So everything but sulfur. Wait. Why is it so worth so much? A little, rather. Okay, it only goes up to 9,999, then it flips back to 1,000. I'm assuming the number just isn't shown, but I don't dare to take a risk, so I'll sell them into parts. Can barely get the devils. Ugh, this is bad. I might be able to buy the cheaper versions, at least some of them. 25,000, 50,000. Can't buy all of them. What do they have? I don't want them to get more pit lords. They're a pain to ass to deal with. We more or less want to deny them the troops rather than cause anything specifically harmful to them, so I'll opt for the cheaper versions. They don't have the health chargers at all at this point. Alternatively, make sure they don't get any devils, rather they'll only get one. These things don't stack, right. How much to upgrade this? If I would trade the few resources I have, it wouldn't make enough of a difference. How much to upgrade one? Want to see the amount of money we would need. Right, we would need 3,000. There's no way we'll get anything near that. Ooh. Gave us another turn to buy our units. No complaints from me. Still can't buy all of them. But we'll buy as many as we can. $1,000 gold. Two extra horses. Another 1,000. How does the game handle a fight like this? Because technically I'm not inside the city. Right, so this army will fight outside the city, and the pitiful army will fight inside it, and I don't think that's a particularly good idea. Can I do anything about it? Not really. I would have to get a little bit of money out of somewhere. Alternatively, I need to just dismiss one of the creature groups. I would dismiss the 4-bit lords at this point. I don't actually know how the game handles it. But I don't want to take the risk that I couldn't fight in the protection of the city. Right, resource denial fights, loss of a level 2 ranger, so he can't achieve much. Might also be better off charging out instead of staying here. So sure about that. We can eliminate their range forces at the very least. Can't drain their mana too. Though he can't cast all that much. He has fantastic attack, but otherwise he is comparable to our shitty hero. So what he really can do is bombard us with a couple of spells and use the archdevils to come over. But that's all. And that is good. We can't cast anything, they have too many guys. But we don't really have to. Need to stay away from anything that shoots. As is our own units that shoot. We don't want to give them easy targets to damage them. Right, he's going to definitely try to come over. Our damage is pitiful, we can't cast spells. Let's attack something. Either the ones who shoot or the devils. They retaliate, don't shoot them. Turrets will continue firing on their range units, but there's no retaliation fire if they do it. Resist it. Below me. Ooh. I thought I could gate in units. They can't gate in units. Right. Need to take it easy. It's still an endurance fight mainly, but that we are going to lose, but does not mean we can't achieve something. And they took down the turret before they managed to do anything to the actual wall. It's very rare. I think we should take this opportunity to cause some damage as much as possible. I'm preferring units that aren't an immediate problem. They can fireball. They might be able to get a third one, but that's gonna be the last. Devils are gonna get killed. Their imps are gonna get smashed fairly well, at least. We're doing people damage, but that's something I can't really do much about. He must be able to direct his catapult. Nothing else really explains why he's shooting at the turrets with every shot. Alright, they don't have any more difference. They're losing certain type of troops very quickly at this point. The mode is causing them more casualties than I am. They're out of ammunition. The debuffs won't last forever, so every turn we wait is a good thing for us. Okay, he has a massive amount of mana. Because those things sucked all of it out of me. Right, we can even reduce the number of pit lords they have, which is very good. It definitely doesn't have all that much magic though. Yeah, it's not gonna cast a goddamn thing anymore. How can you attack us from there? There's no hole in the goddamn wall. Apparently he'll come through if I don't attack. Yeah, they're coming through the turret, right? I get it. I haven't seen that done before, so I'm sort of confused. At least they can't come through now. The mode also isn't really doing anything to them. So, just nothing's going to really happen for a while. Well, his hero is better at attacking, so he will take more casualties than he will. Right, we more or less have to move here to just block them as much as possible. Just block, don't do anything else. The mode is doing more damage than I ever could. Keep firing at the pit fiends because they're the huge pain in the ass as far as fighting with armies is concerned. So if I can kill even a single one of them, it's a bigger deal to me than causing some damage to the lesser groups. Now we're nearing the end. I will cause as much damage as we can and then we go die. Killing the imps is not a horrible idea or familiars because they do suck up the mana. We do rely on them with the main hero. It's not exactly irrelevant. We could try to evade them for a turn. Not sure how much that really ate us. I think we're better off taking a single good hit at this group. Yeah, with more or less half of them died thanks to the fighting. I don't feel like that big of a loser on this fight. Everyone involved in that fight basically got screwed over. The big problem now is that he's gonna keep getting resources at a much faster pace than I am. So we have to make a successful fighting attempt somewhere with the troops we have. More or less. It'll be multiple weeks before we can get to retake cities. They might be facing a similar situation that they don't really have the troops to do all that much either. What would I want? Something fast, preferably. Something dangerous. Something that sucks up enemy mana, or at least counters the mana loss that they do to me. But not exactly a huge army, but we have to go and do something. Can we take on the middle of Demon City army? They're gonna get at least 1 week's worth of additional troops on top of their troops they already have. So I'm not all that convinced that I can. Still, they didn't have funds to buy troops here. And this seems like a fully upgraded city. So I think they're more or less in a similar situation as I am. They're out of resources and is poor in general. So everyone has more troops than they can actually afford to buy. Do we get with advanced summon magic, summon elementals? Maybe. Give me enlightenment. The extra attribute points will be useful now. For spells, yeah, it's fully upgraded. With 2 weeks worth of troops in some cases, I'd say. At least 1 week, clearly. Sure, I want to mix the demonic troops in this army. You're going to have to buy another hero here though. Just to collect the available resources. Very low. Normal. Yeah, I think we would have a reasonable chance of fighting against the enemy. Not like I can sit around here and wait. For the moment he has the resource advantage and we need to either turn that around or attack his cities. Necromancer might work better here. It wouldn't suffer the moral negatives the other hero would. I feel like the failure in this mission was failure of scouting more than anything else. I still think this is a preferable option to sort of trying to not concentrate your army. Because if you do that, you probably can avoid these type of mistakes more. The problem is that if you sort of fail and encounter a massive army you can't handle and can't escape, the consequence of that can be loss of the mission. Here the consequence of failure is delayed mission, more or less. Delayed completion of the mission. And that's comparatively harmless. Gathering resources. There's multiple heroes defending the city as he must. Thing is, you probably can't take them on. Gonna buy more troops every day. Landing is a bit tricky. The only other option would be to go here. There are definitely dragons there, so it's not the worst possible thing to do. Not a good compatibility with the army we currently have. Plus, if we do manage to pull a victory out of this one, it's decided at that point. Alternatively, we can try to rush here. Let's save. Be careful about loading. Can rely on the auto saves to see us through. I might have to return to this spot. Yeah, they're combining armies. Very low. We need to kill as many heroes and remove as many armies as we can. Besides that, there's really not all that much we can do at the moment. But he's not coming after our hero, so he can't really fight against them. We're going after the demons instead of trying to collect additional armies. The easiest way to land is, I don't think you can land here at all. You have to go all the way around. And even that might not work. Yeah, it's a long ass journey. This is much easier. And while we can't get all that many interesting troops out of here, she can actually take advantage of them. So it's not a bad place to go. Question is, what do we do here? We go north, we will have to face a tough fight plus the city. He will get additional troops out of that one. Alternatively, we could act as a barricading force. The main army, or the secondary army, goes here, buys the army, starts its trek toward this one. This one protects this city. There's no reasonable way they can access this place in any easy manner. I think we should aim to kill their heroes, even no matter what we do. They do carry troops, and the heroes themselves are dangerous. Well, he's not dangerous. Those guys have no retaliation attacks, so I want to get rid of as many as possible. And the combination armies, they just don't work. I think it's a huge mistake trying to rely on them. I try to do that myself sometimes, and it's not a, it's a desperation. Want to spend magic here. There's a good chance we will have to fight against his better army. That'll eat up every point I have. Good fight. There were some troops and a hero with almost no cost. Question is, do we want to push further? We can't reach the city until the week changes, and the fight against the enemy hero is gonna be troublesome. This one. The thing is, I'm not sure what the end result would be. Top fight. But my buffs are good. And if I win it, it's basically it's the end of the mission, more or less. He can't keep the only demon city he has, so it's game over for him. It's worth an attempt or two. I'm not sure who's gonna start the fight. That'll decide quite a bit. Right here. So we're gonna lose a massive amount of troops before we can do anything. This way this cannot work. We need to make the initial strike. At least with some troops. Yeah, he's level 17, I'm level what? 18. And his only real benefit is the attack. So Positioning of troops is absolutely critical. I need to at least avoid one of their fast unit attacks. Not sure how I can do it. Let's think about this. Very likely whoever we put here will die. He can throw divine strength on a single one of his troops. And they're getting in new troops. They're having multiple turns before I can do anything. No, I was behind my own troops, right, so I couldn't attack. But I must have the two quick troops that I actually might be able to do something, not be hidden behind the slow ass troop. Having the three guys here isn't a horrible idea. Luring in their Cerberuses here is not a horrible idea. Thing is, we need to attack them immediately afterwards. Try this. Right, two of our units have time to do something before they get to screw us over again. Why can't I choose that fucking flag? Oh, right. I thought I was looking at this. Haste or damage? I'm thinking haste because looking at this, their units are multiple times on the same page while I can't do shit. So if I can haste things up, I won't get attacks at all before I'm totally destroyed. I don't think this has any chance of working. He has massive luck at least. Why can't I look my own card? I have a decent morale, but I don't really see it in this fight. This is basically the inverse of a lot of the fights we've had before, where the fight is decided by who has the higher initiative. Now he has the benefit in this fight. And holy shit, are you so helpless to do anything. Right, we have a unit that can basically sit here and do nothing while multiple enemy troops gang bang it. It's not going anywhere. Not sure what our options of withdrawing are either. Not sure if he's really faster than us. I could summon troops, then cause anything either. Question is, where do you summon things from? Or Ryok? Oh, this one. We have a decent amount of money. Maybe enough to make a difference. What troops do you have? Actually, we would prefer troops that actually have a chance to attack the enemy before they do something. But not sure what we can really do. Yeah, threat decreased massively. Also, not sure we want to really attack him then. We want the AI to think that the chances aren't particularly good anymore and withdraw. That's what we want. Because we can summon creatures from the other cities and massively up our danger level. So whatever he does in this city doesn't matter anymore. Right, this city will be lost. Before that happens, we will summon more creatures, Ichin this time. So this just works perfectly for us, doesn't it? We can pump the troops out of both cities. Naturally, we don't actually have the funds to do it. But more or less, yes. This might be enough to turn the balance in our favor. At the very least, we can contain him here. He has no access to boats or the underground access anymore. So he's here. He's not going anywhere. He has, after this fight, he has no heroes either that are able to go anywhere. So he has the two heroes and the city and the decent army, and then he waits for the inevitable. And I'll sit here buying troops. Not sure if it's was a good idea to try to fight this fight. We are getting some money out of this, but we're also naturally gonna lose troops. But how many might not matter. Basically, if we get more money out of this than it costs to produce one archdevil, we'll be fine. I think we get that much at least. He has an okay army. Their range attacks are pretty much irrelevant at this point. Our biggest problem might be... never mind. Doesn't matter what the biggest problem is, some of the dragons will survive this. And it's not like I had another choice, we had to go in there, and otherwise the fight will take forever to complete. And in this fight I don't really have the advantage anyway. attacking the unicorns mainly because they have the ability to blind me, and if that happens, there's nothing I can really do. So now that we've gotten rid of them, we shouldn't have any major problems. Actually, we're gonna take a lot of casualties, but that doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter mainly because the hero containing the demons doesn't rely on anything here. We just need to play this city out of their hands so they can't get resources to reinforce their more importance. That guarantees that I can more or less just summon additional troops for a while and then walk all over him. Right, if we with any luck the next dragon attack should end this. Right, the mission is decided at this point. I want to attack their city here before the week runs out. Once they start to amass a decent amount of troops, it's gonna be a problem for me no matter what. What's the... Minsel? Okay, now it's this town, so that complicates things. I'll have to go somewhere closer by to get the troops. Still, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Right, if we go somewhere around here, we're definitely closer to it than Minsel. Does mean that our attempt to attack the city will be delayed. I don't really see a way around it. Currently, because he has the initiative and attack advantage, I need to have a stronger army. So the more or less the buffs I can throw can have time to come into play and decide things. Probably more or less happy to sit in the city for at least a week. Well, at least gave me time to earn enough money to buy some troops. But he's going to try to break out. Makes sense. But I'm gonna go after the city, no matter where he wants to go. able to trade quite a bit more gold thanks to the additional city. Hold on to the sulfur. Right, 15,000 is probably not enough to buy everything. Not even close. Still, we're doubling the amount of high-level troops we have, but we have a lot of spellcasting power still left. I'm not particularly worried about facing it. Right. Situation got back to worse again. Is he going to react, or he's gonna push forward? He's gonna push forward. Gonna try to go down. Right. The only way he can reach further down is here, though. Going anywhere else is a huge lengthy trip. So we probably should try to fight this fight now. If we win it, it's dead. The end. He will have the initiative advantage. There's no point sticking our neck forward. Also the luck advantage, massively so. We'll attack what we can. Mass hate might aid us a little bit. We really want to cast it. I think I'll go for damage buffs right at the start. And I'm positioned in such a perfect way that I can't really attack a goddamn thing with anyone. Still, no more 4Cs for you. This will wipe out the attack advantage they had. Yeah, that was a stupid thing to do. Didn't really think about it. Still, it's not a horrible thing to do. Tied their devils in one place. Also trivial for me to get reinforcements, so as long as we get a victory out of this, casualties don't really matter. Enough reinforcements to basically shift the balance in our favor. No! Fuck you. We have enough of a force that we can take the city to. Ah, he had the plus 20% initiative staff. Yeah, that explains it. That is by far the most useful thing I've really found in this game. Um, since the demons are no longer a problem, we might as well try to find more obelisks. There are some areas here I haven't explored. Right, so more or less fix the mistakes we made the previous time. Their new heroes and armies don't matter. They're not good enough. We just need to make sure that the infection here doesn't spread anymore. Yeah, you can buy some troops, but it won't be enough. Probably doesn't have enough money to buy all his troops that he produced this week anyway. I mean, I think I've been in a better position as far as fund is concerned, and I don't have enough troops, funds to do it. So, end of the devil at least. That's a big thing. Yeah, he has some basic troops, only some. Right, this shouldn't take too long. The ballista will kill the range units. No, of course it doesn't. Well, it doesn't matter. As long as he kills a stack, that's good. And whether the archdevils can kill something now or not doesn't matter, because the ballista and the hero can. Right, so, demon army gone.
A promise fulfilled. The demon towns retaken. Dragons shall return.
Now for the bigger problem. We need to go after some of these. We'll leave the secondary hero to go after the obelisks. That way we won't spend too much time on this nonsense. We have, I think, less than 10 dragons in total so far. I'm pretty sure once you get all the obelisks, you more or less are handed 20 emerald dragons. That makes the most sense to me. Simply because it guarantees that no matter what, you'll be in a position to wrap up the mission. I mean, no matter what you do with the dragons before that point, it doesn't matter. You're guaranteed to get enough in the end. Some resources, but nothing particularly useful. +1 spell power also is nice, but it's not that vital for us. I do want to see what's in the upper left corner though, no matter what. There could be some serious attribute upgrade. I don't really have time to dodge that. Still, I'll do it this way. The trees don't matter too much, and I don't think all that many will die anyway. Right, one. He has 2 turns in a row. That's some bullshit. Okay, this is an interesting thing. We have to go through a horde of pit beams to get there. And it looks like it's a larger area anyway. But where do we go and get the troops? So I suppose we don't have that many choices, do we? Main hero can buy additional troops when we get to the target island. So I'm not particularly worried about what troops he's carrying. Buy everything this town produces. Probably. Not sure if we can restore our mana fast enough. Might be worthwhile not to buy the low-ranking troops. Right, you can only get here through the underground and killing the huge horde of demons. Right, that makes sense. There has to be an obelisk there too. No? Okay, I was totally wrong then. Do we even have a room for dragons? Yes. Um... Why do they insist on fighting me? Right. I haven't seen all that much from the War Machine skill yet. But what little I have seen doesn't exactly inspire me with confidence. I still sort of wanted this hero, but I don't think it's a good choice. I think it's a terrible choice. The ability to screw over an enemy army with a simple, fairly cheap spell is just so powerful. There's no way a ballista or slight heal will make a dent there. It'll work well if you have small scale stuff. That's where it works. Because then not every attack is going to kill things, so it matters. No, it doesn't matter in the slightest. Look like there's anything particularly interesting here. I'll go after the +1 spell power first, and we'll explore the rest. I don't think there's anything all that much happening here anymore. I'll summon the new troops for this army when we land. Or do I? I do need a way to No, it's fine. I was thinking that we don't necessarily want to spend the mana. We'll summon the next turn. But it'll take multiple turns to really get anything done here anyway. And we'll have plenty of time to restore the mana. And with a couple of weeks worth of demons, we can certainly do everything we need to do. horde of horses. I don't have enough room for all the troops, but that's hardly a problem. Looks like a dead end. Treasure chest. Nothing particularly relevant for us right now. Need obelisks. This will just lead out. Don't particularly want to fight any more than we absolutely have to. +1 knowledge. This is a nasty fight. $72. Holy balls. We don't want to attack yet. We need everyone who can attack while they're still vulnerable. Oh, yeah, we should have attacked. Shit. Someone is basically going to have to suicide themselves to them. Our shit isn't gonna be the dragons. And we see what they do. Okay, that's not bad. But horses will take the hit and die. Everyone else is free to do what the hell they want at this point. Could have weakened them, I suppose. I just don't think it's necessary at this point. We'll kill them anyway. Attack bonuses, please. the attack bonuses. There are no obelisks though. There is this group of dragons still, but that's it. I'm not sure if there is anything else. I don't see obelisks anymore. I'm fairly confident I've visited all the obelisks I have seen here. Well, technically there could be something there, but highly improbable. What happens if I collect these dragons? It's possible I've missed something, some minor things, but I sort of doubt it. Standard treasure crab. Yeah, I don't think I've missed all that much important stuff, so what the hell happens if I take these dragons? Because there's not enough dragons currently on the map to ever finish the mission. So I'm honestly curious what happens if we take the last dragons, because there's no way any additional ones can come into being after that. Suppose something like this could still hold an obelisk or something. My hope is that if we collect the last dragons here, they are literally the last dragons, meaning a final group of dragons will just appear out of nowhere. Yeah, no matter what, dragon casualties should be avoided if possible. Nothing else particularly matters. Good, everything's more or less fine. Again, demon casualties don't matter. As long as we don't lose the emerald dragons, everything is fine. How many do we have? There's 3 here, 12 in total, I guess. So, unless there's something like 9 in the last group, This thing just isn't gonna match up. So something else has to happen. I sort of doubt the game would end in your failure once we pick these. But they're literally the last dragons available. No new ones can spawn. How in the hell are you gonna get your 20 dragons then? Gonna load. I'll have to leave that group of dragons alone because if they're technically a bit capable of increasing their numbers each week. But I think I will continue and see if we can find additional obelisks from somewhere. Time doesn't particularly matter to us that much in-game time. More of a, am I missing something? It seems like a weird way to structure the mission itself. How in the hell is this going to work? Is it literally impossible to finish the mission now? So 15. There are 15 dragons currently in the map. I would need 2 additional obelisks, otherwise there just aren't enough numbers. We'll have to try something. I'll let some time pass and see if the numbers here change. You. I'll at least wait until the next month. At that point there should be some sort of a difference. So the week after this one. Several. Yeah, their numbers change. So we'll be fine as long as we wait doing nothing for maybe a month. Fucking Christ. You do have the remaining dragons, right? We might get a new dragon in the groove every week. So that's still 9 weeks. No, maybe 6 weeks or a couple months in total. It's not good by any stretch of the imagination, but at least it allows us to finish the goddamn quest, so hard to complain about that. Still feel like it's a very shitty way to handle things. At the same time, I can't deny that there's a possibility that I've missed something. An obelisk somewhere. They're not exactly marked on the map, so if you just don't see them, you can't see them. That's the end of it. Maybe there's a way to spot it. I don't care as long as we can move on. That's good enough for me. Right. Let's say we have 12. How much do they have now? 5. So looks like 3 weeks. Three weeks at least. I'm assuming that they only grow one at a time. When their numbers are this low, I think it is a safe bet. If they have more, they might grow more. Also because they're such a high level creature. Even if they don't grow every week, they will grow monthly. Week of the Walking Dead. Double growth of zombies and plague zombies. We had 12. Do they have 8? Yep. Close though. So one more week. Sort of feels pathetic having to do this. Week of folly, shit. Experience gains from battles had. Well, we do.
Such beauty and hope. Emerald dragons once more defend Ireland.
horrible, horrible mission. Again, if you know what the mission is, how everything's positioned, what you need to do, it's fairly straightforward, fairly sensible. But you don't know. You don't know where the cities are, you don't know where the connections are. So the only sensible thing really would be to send out a lot of scouts to confirm the locations, confirm the pathways. That was the biggest problem here. Usually the maps are much more open. The defense. While Finden was absent, the army of vampire lord Nikolai besieged the capital of Irulan. Ceres Thala, capital of Irulan, Ceres Thala. Finden will have to break their lines and lift the siege. The future of Irulan, the honor of the elves, and quite possibly the fate of all of Ashen are at stake. I'll take 2 silver unicorns. Although luck is always welcome. Okay. I am Anvin Ranger level 5. They have no chance in hell. Raven level 17. Better army, better hero, no chance. No chance in hell. We will need to cause as many casualties as possible to as many stacks as possible. Because the vampires will come over, the dragons will come over, and they probably will regenerate every casualty. So we have to spread the damage in the hopes that some of it will at least stick. Now they have elves in their army. Now there are skeleton archers. Don't attack vampires. Spread the love. I'm spreading it also because I'm pretty sure he'll have some sort of resurrection ability. We are pretty much worthless as offensive units are concerned at this point. So many debuffs on us. The little thing, Little magic we throw their way, they resist. I think our base attacker is basically this Bramble Patch here. That's sad. 3 Shadow Dragons lost, Archers lost, Archliches lost. There's a good chance they can't replenish those losses after the fight. Especially because he is casting ostensibly constantly, so he won't have that much to... He could cast a single resurrection spell. There's no way he can cancel the casualties we caused. I'm mostly worried about the dragons anyway, so I'll try to focus some damage to them. Even a couple less would be a big thing. They're very hard to replace. I'm confident I can kill an additional dragon. That's probably as far as we can go. Resurrection, and now he's done. Not bad. Since his range capabilities are so weak, I think we're best off just sitting here and letting turrets fire as many times as possible. Don't think we can gale any more dragons. We should settle for something less. Couple skeletons might still die, but that's about it. And a vampire lord. Attacking them is sort of pointless. Right, they'll recover most of the losses now. Okay, still okay casualties on the enemy. I just don't understand the point of the fight right at the start of the mission.
Thala fell, her gardens rot and sicken. Fear the undead host.
We capture Thala and survive. You have army of... What the hell was the point of getting 2 additional silver unicorns when you have an army this large to start with? +1 luck would have been the best thing, obviously. Well, whatever.